Oh, please, there's only one way to get out of this.
You know, it's funny you should say that because we have here the party consisting of a very drunk bungo, a mouse that is portrayed through song and dance and interpretive stories to be a mighty warrior, a wizard who is maybe directly responsible for the death of an innocent partygoer.
We don't know that yet.
I was only an accessory to murder.
Allegedly.
You committed the murder.
No,
They
he was
were
already pretty
fine.
much dead. In fact, it was
like,
self-defense.
You believe it was self-defense, and that's all that matters in your court of law.
That is all that matters. I'm a wizard. I don't have to listen to your mundane shit.
Damn muggles. We have Ajax, who is as confused as I am, maybe?
I think Ajax's last thing he said was he just wants to fuck right off from this.
He wanted to check on his convertible carriage, the new invention that will make him rich and powerful and famous beyond his wildest dreams. Sir William, who is doing everything he can to try and defuse the situation and seeming to fail. Then Angwar, who is nothing but confused trouble. So, there was a little bit of talk on break about how you guys were going to worry about getting out of this situation. What do you do? There is a forest man who is on the ground next to Bungo, who looks like he may either soon relieve himself in one way or another of all of that meat that he drank.
Well, unless someone wants to do something, Bongo turns around and takes a leak into said barrel.
There was some talk about a particular flying maneuver that...
Oh, yeah.
William is going to make the international thieves sign of "Let's get the fuck out of here" to Mouse, and he's going to make like a tree and leave.
So, Mouse, I imagine you kind of nod of like, yup.
Yep, that seems like a fantastic idea.
Right about the time you feel a meaty mitt come up behind you.
Oh, Lord.
Ajax, what are you guys doing?
Well, if that's not me,
that's probably you, because you're the only one with meaty mitts.
Yeah, I believe Mouse is about to suddenly disprove some of the cowardice that they have been demonstrating. They're supposed to be a fierce warrior, right?
Right.
It's time for us to use our surprise attack to take down these people that would, dare risk attacking us. They're obviously the ones that lit our, convertible on fire.
Of course.
Not the horrible whisper skull that we almost got possessing someone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That thing, we crushed that. That's not a problem. No, it's because of these guys. It has to be.
Mm-hmm. They're making all that noise and,
Yeah.
I mean, your bard has been known to do magic through song. Add in a little dance and a couple of accompanying instruments, who knows what magic they could rend upon the world.
Right?
Yeah, those
Exactly.
mushrooms in, and who knows?
So
how do we want to go about performing this maneuver?
I feel like the only answer that can really perform, because it's not really a challenge for Ajax to lift and hurl you as you are a halfling, but is if you wish to defy danger and get out of this situation of being thrown in some manner, dependent upon how you want to spin your attempted escape from the meaty mitt, will depend upon which attribute you're going to use.
I suggest you endure it with con.
Oh, I'm gonna let him throw me because I know that I can't get out of those meaty mitts. I'm just gonna try to turn it to my advantage once I'm in the air.
How so?
Well, I mean, no one expects the flying halfling maneuver. That's why it's so effective. So I will attack whoever I am thrown at, as well as the force of my colliding with them and hopefully surprise them enough to get my backstab bonus.
Yeah, if you make
Fling,
it that far.
fling, 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 fling.
Let me just double check your backstab thing and see how it's supposed to work. When you attack
I
a surprise
believe-
your defenseless enemy with a melee weapon, you may deal your damage or roll plus dex. Do you wish to deal damage or roll plus dex?
I'm gonna try to roll plus dex because I haven't been able to do much rolling yet.
Sure. Go ahead and roll plus dex.
Okay, now we're in Blood Bowl. where we
You're flying as a mighty warrior.
Yep.
So you choose 2. You don't get into melee with them. You deal your damage plus 1d6. You
That
create-
was Ajax throwing me.
Oh, apologies.
Yes, that was me trying to fire him. I'm sorry.
Yep, you have hurled him with quite the reckless abandon. You may take plus 1 on your backstab roll for the oomph on which you have been thrown.
Lovely. And watch me miss completely, but hopefully not.
Excellent.
Well done.
So you may choose 2. You don't get into melee with them. You deal your damage plus 1d6. You create an advantage, giving plus 1 forward to you or an ally acting upon it. Reduce their armor by 1 until they repair it.
I'm going to deal my damage plus 1d6, and I'm going to create an advantage in that this forest warrior has been knocked to the ground by the force of Havling.
So you will get up upon his chest as he is on the ground underneath of you. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright,
Oh god.
I think my damage is at D8. I'm just going to double check. I forgot to write it down. Sorry. Yeah,
That's-
D8. So it's
that's
D8
good.
plus D6.
This is a good time to poke on how Dungeon World deals damage. Your class is how you deal damage. If you are a fighter, you do a D10. So when you get into a situation like, say, a bar fight, and you, oh god,
Jesus.
instead of reaching for your longsword with which to attack your enemies, you could simply pick up that bar stool and wreck it over some dude's head. And it is the same roll. It is the same hack and slash for your plus strength to hit them with it. And it is your same D10 for damage. So it doesn't really matter what you hit them with, so long as you hit them. However, with a 12, do you wish to kill the man that you have just been thrown into?
Yes.
You have not only murdered him quite severely, but you now have that artful splash of blood across your face as you look quite ferocious. What do you guys do?
This plays perfectly into my bond. Mouse shares my hunger for glory. The earth will tremble at our passing. So I grab the barrel and I go swinging at any forest folk nearby.
Well, there's the one that has fallen out of a tree right next to you, or you can go try and knock some other ones out of trees.
I shall grab the barrel and proceed to beat the shit out of him into the ground, leaving just a bloody puddle left.
By all means, go ahead and roll your hack and slash.
I was able to generate advantage to give someone a +1. Since my guy died, can I use my advantage to have inspired this with the bloody murder?
He sounds pretty inspired by it, so I would be 100% behind that.
Cool, take a +1.
I would like
So
to.
that would
I would like to.
go ahead.
I'm starting to have some doubts that Rimwar Ravencaster was actually a bad dude.
It was just misunderstood, guys. Just misunderstood.
It wasn't a bone tower, it was a white alder tower. Those were bones.
See, it was just written that he used his people to make the tower, and it's just been a mistranslation or a miscommunication from older texts that people thought it was with their actual bones and bodies and such.
My God, he's pressed them into stone blocks. But yeah, here comes my roll.
Oh God,
Another man is dead.
probably.
Uh,
Me, go ahead and
so-
roll your damage.
Yeah, I'm going to take that plus D6. Thank you.
Plus d6 from what?
From Hack and Slash.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
assumed
I
it was a
understand.
hack and
Yeah,
slash.
yep. I'm sorry. I thought it was something else. Yep. but you expose yourself to an enemy's attack.
I am fine with this. I only take pleasure in the pure destruction.
Yep. So you have created a barrel-shaped hole in this man. If you want to just go ahead and roll your damage, we'll see how badly this goes for him. Oh.
Welcome to 12 Club.
Right? So you smash this barrel into a man of questionable innocence as a arrow springs forth from your chest. You may go ahead and take 4 points of damage.
So that is negated by 1 due to my armor, I believe.
Yep, reduced by your armor. What is everybody else up to while chaos has broken loose once more in the area?
I believe I'm going to pick up several rocks
And begin to throw them.
where I see the arrows coming from. Yes.
Yes, you may go
I
ahead
haven't seen
and...
an arrow come from. Yes, I will definitely be throwing them that way. I know they're in there somewhere.
Okay, so we'll kind of have you hang it on for a moment and we'll see what happens. What is everybody else up to in this Woodlands brawl?
I would like to try to perform a feat of strength, because I know they are in the trees due to my headbutting, so I'd like to try to rip a tree out of the ground.
I want to assist with it. I want to aid it.
How
Rip
will you
out
aid it?
By helping to rip it out.
So we have
As I,
the shirtless
Yeah.
dwarf and the halfling barbarian are kind of sawing back and forth, trying to rip a tree out of the ground. Am I understanding this correctly?
yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll your aid, and then you will get to roll that with your feat of strength.
Uh,
Lily?
we have
Will-
1 or 2 bonds, I believe.
Yeah, I have a bond with you, and I believe you have a bond with me, so yeah, that's +2.
William finds a tree to hide behind because he doesn't get involved in combat like this.
So
This is great.
This feat of strength brought to you by the number 2.
right, Angmar, go ahead and mark your XP. William, if you want to, you may go ahead and roll your Defy Danger plus your dexterity to find a good hiding spot. And I know exactly where you're going to find the best hiding spot if you fail.
But I assume this counts as pure destruction, what I'm doing right now, so I'm gonna take
you're
that
trying
D8.
to ruin a tree, so by all means.
Oh, wait, it should actually be a 7 because I still have bless on me.
Sure.
So he gets a +1 and I expose myself to something.
Well, we'll see what you expose yourself to in just a moment.
So I'm ripping that tree. I assume nobody else is helping somehow.
I mean,
Nope.
you're doing something kind of crazy, so I don't think many people are going to be...
Yep.
Oh, man. All right.
Good
So,
job, little ones.
ignoring all laws of physics and how things should actually work, you will begin to feel this tree come vertically up out of the dirt in your hands as the two of you are kind of back and forth, shaking it, and forest folk will begin to drop and hit the ground near you. Sir William, I guess not Sir, technically, just William. You're looking around because this has gone all to hell and trying to find a place that you can hopefully outlast it, and it'll just kind of all blow over and everything will be all right. Options
This is
that
probably not his first time doing this.
probably not. Options that come to mind are underneath the big upturned kettle that they have been using on the stage as part of their little music thing. Another part is back at the caravan. You could go back over that hill and kind of really super coward it out, but that's kind of far away. They might be able to get off a shot at you at that time. Or just like in one of the wine barrels. But most of them seem to still have some wine in them at this point.
I'm going to take the kettle. It's metal. It provides the best chance of me not getting murdered.
Yes, but now when I've successfully ripped that tree, I am going to drunkenly roar out that they should surrender and leave us alone, otherwise bad things will come to them.
Oh, bad things have already come to them, it seems. So are you trying to,
I'm trying to parlay, was
Okay.
my intention.
that's,
And because I performed a feat of strength, I get a +1, because my love is like a truck.
Berserker.
And my charisma's 12. It's
Does
just
that-
a +0. Huzzah!
But need some concrete assurance of your promise right now. And you were trying to get them to do what?
Leave. And us alone.
Okay. So there will be some screams of cowardice. It's like, oh God, just stop destroying the forest. Put the tree back where you found it.
Well. Well, I am clearly going to try, although I do feel like this goes against my Herculean appetite.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Ajax, haven't heard from you for a little bit.
If you guys are going to try to put the tree back, I'm not sure if the two of you can do that. It took two of you to put it out. I'll put it back, though. I was hoping they might send something big and scary at us, but if, all it takes is a little bit of weed eating to get them all running away, then, thunk. There you go.
The two shortest men did just remove a tree from the ground and start shaking it like so much of a feather duster. So
Yes, that is rather impressive. The little ones have done a good job.
Yeah. Let me. I feel like that's trying to roll plus your strength here to see how this is going to work out.
Okay.
And I want you to fail it. Oh, damn you.
You have no idea how bad I wanted to fail it because I wanted to be like, yes, I'll just carry switch, but no.
The might of your mentally gauntlets just crushing it. So you guys are able to put the tree back, and it's going to groan and protest as you kind of. Trees are not meant to be ripped from the ground. Putting one back in is not any easier. Mouse, you are atop a small man who is very, very dead. What do you want to do?
I look back at the cowering forest people and I say, and as I was saying before, we accept your unconditional surrender.
It's too good.
Yeah, you've now faced the mighty mouse and Bungo the barbarian.
So it's good news. They were already in the process of surrendering, and you've thankfully managed to put back the tree without ruining things. Do you guys begin to run away to leave, or?
Yeah.
If no arrows land nearby, I will scutter off with my new protective gear towards the camp.
So you guys come out of the forest. There is a cauldron or a pot that is like a turtle, kind of scampering across the field in front of you.
I like to imagine it as like the box from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, only
Like, every time no one's looking directly at it, like it just moves a little bit.
You're William, right? Lamppost.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of feel like your nickname now should be William the Turtle.
Um. Oh man, I'm so tempted to just bang this moving pot.
Do it. I'm not gonna stop you. I
Yeah,
haven't
no,
stopped
it's-
any of this stuff.
You know, probably in his drunken rage, he will probably shout something about seeking an anvil, and and we will just get out and just with the two-handed swing, just head over it, just bong on this kettle.
Go
Just
ahead and roll plus your
bong.
strength, and we'll see what kind of horrible things.
Can we roll to impede this?
If you
Or how does
wish,
that work? All right,
Does
how
it
do I-
aid or
how do I do
interfere?
that? I will interfere.
You roll plus his bond. Or I'm sorry. Let me do it this way.
I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna interfere, if that helps.
Sure, that makes way better.
I'm gonna throw my hands up in the air and shout, "No! I need that to put the soup in."
I feel like you
I'd
can just shout
love-
that and see what Angwar says.
All right. fair
I'd
enough.
love for the kettle to just end up with the opening up, because I have something in mind if that happens.
If I hear that, I am going to attempt to get out of the way because I assume that there's some sort of danger. I will scoot like I've never scooted before.
So what I'm gonna do instead of giving Angwar a roll to smash this thing, you're attempting to scoot it like you have never scooted before.
Yes, out of the way of the incoming weapon that I'm not quite sure where it is.
So if you want to go ahead and defy danger through either by powering through of running your little feet with your plus your strength, or by getting out of the way and acting fast by running quickly with your dexterity, you may go ahead and do so.
I'm going to do the dexterity thing.
Okay. Angwar, if he fails, you're going to ring that bell. Ooh. So you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. So I will offer you a hard bargain here of he's either going to ring the bell or you're going to trip over something and fall so that like you roll and then end up, well, for the pot, the right side up, but you're going to end up like a turtle with your arms and legs kind of sticking out of the pot, unable to make it move anymore.
Go with the turtle one. It sounds hilarious.
Unfortunately, it sounds too hilarious, and I'm going to go with the ring the bell.
All right. So
Oh,
so you're scooting as fast as you can scoot, and then suddenly you get a boost forward as a warhammer collides with the outer metal shell here, and it will you know, like in Looney Tunes where they just
Is that what happens?
you are stunned as the reverberations kind of like rattle your cage a bit, and you have stopped moving for the moment. Mouse, they have just dented your pot for your stew.
I mean,
don't
one
forget,
dent is
stunned
not
gives you
gonna
-1
ruin it.
in stuff.
What's it?
Just a brief mention, since there are new players. If you want to do any int stuff, you are at a -1.
Oh god, there's art.
Don't mind me.
No, it's fine.
Mouse is gonna run over and try to remove the scuttling pot to save the soup pot.
Angmar,
Okay.
can you
Roll my damage, of course.
so
Have you
is
guys ever-
Angmar going for a second swing, or is he just kind of he got his one swing and the thing has stopped and that's good, or
Oh no, you're gonna.
yep, that all went to robots right there.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
You gotta pound that anvil until it top.
Give us a second here. We are experiencing some audio difficulties.
Beep boop.
Gwen has been possessed by technomancers.
Those damn technomancers.
People.
They're all terrorists.
Just like
And the funny thing is I can
Beep,
tell he's just saying beep boop buddy boop boop now, but it's still coming through all weird robot.
Yeah, it's great.
Really?
Oh, there's a
better
really
now.
we're getting a little better. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, okay, how it was.
Oh, never mind.
Nope, you
Yeah.
turn into computer speak.
All right, let me try hanging the call up and calling right back. Man, technical difficulties are great.
I just remembered what it was.
oh,
There we go.
Yeah, no, I downloaded the Dungeon World Playbook, actually. The PDF from the Tumblr.
Mhm.
Or from the website, so that's what caused the interference here. Yay! But yeah, no, he will continue until the until his anvil stops moving.
All right, so William, your shell has been peeled back, and you see that Angwar is reeling back for another another whack. How do you want to get out of this situation?
Morgan would like to chime in if he can.
Sure, you guys are able to jump in on this as you see fit.
I guess because I kind of hung back from all the shenanigans, I might have seen our little friend, dive into the pot. So I'd like to kind of just warn Angwar. I believe our comrade is inside your little church bell.
Sure. Angwar, you hear somebody telling you not to ring the bell.
I would like to jump up and kick him in the groin before you do that.
I love it.
God damn it!
You may go ahead and roll plus. Oh man.
It doesn't need to actually injure him, just enough to make him stop
Right,
moving.
right. That's why we're doing a defy danger as opposed to.
Yeah, with you just with con.
Let's go with intelligence for quick thinking, or dexterity for fast acting.
I'm kind of doubting that this would even be a quick thinking situation. So we're gonna go with the lower of the two.
Nice.
For you. I'm gonna go with the dex, even though that does give me a +1 though. So either way, we'll go with that. I keep taking this as if it's Shadowrun still. All right. Oh yeah.
So in hilarious pratfall action, you have gone to kick your short man in the nuts.
No, that's. Wait.
No, I am the wizard's getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh.
The wizard is getting kicked in the nuts, and that was my dodge to avoid getting kicked in the nuts.
No, I was trying to hit the dwarf.
Oh, you were trying to hit the dwarf in the nuts. Oh, I thought the wizard was getting kicked in the nuts.
He was using the
Oh.
nut shot as a method to not get hammer shot.
Oh, my bad.
So good
then.
news.
So I should be the one rolling?
Yes,
Yeah.
you should be the one rolling your defy danger. Good news, William. You do not get hammer smashed. Bad news, Angwar. You get nut smashed.
I returned the bell ringing favor.
Right? You're kind of crumpled to the ground. No actual damage is done, but at the same, unless you wish to actually roll your damage, that is
Is that an option?
that is
I wish
100%
you
an
had.
option.
I wish to
Sure.
endure the pain.
His pride is damaged.
Sadly, that's not how defy danger works, Gwyn. You'll be enduring the pain though.
What the my base damage is D6.
Yep. So it's the D6. Five damages to the groinal area.
This is like I can really see it. It's just like him just with an overhead swing again, and just with out of nowhere, there's just a sucker punch, and then we see him just curl up and go, my stones, my stones.
My precious jewels.
So, Mouse, you have recovered your pot for stew. Bungo and Ajax, I haven't heard from you guys in a little while.
I think we're a little busy just laughing at the whole proceedings going on here. Like, what do you think that thing is? Do we? No way. That's probably the. Oh, he's gonna bong yes.
I probably believe once we see the sucker punch rolling up, like, do you think his stones actually are like rock solid, or are they going to go squish?
I don't know. The only thing I know about dwarves is that both males and females grow beards. They're like caves. The males grow the stalagmites, they grow down, and the females grow the stalactites, they grow up.
Yikes.
Can I spout lore on dwarf testicles?
I mean, sure. You may speak to the subject of dwarven mating rituals.
Ooh.
Plus intelligence, or
Yep, that is spout lore.
I apparently know all about dwarf anatomy.
Yeah, I hazard a guess at where you may have learned about it.
College was a trying time, but it was an exciting one.
Is one of those books a reference material for this? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
The Dwarven Karma Sutra.
Oh,
Don't worry, they're all mechanical diagrams.
50 Shades of Beard. You know,
that's just the worst. Good thing.
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah, so, I unfortunately need to tell you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation. I guess something that's nice to know is that he will be able to recover because his stones aren't that fragile. That's good.
I didn't hit them hard enough then.
Right. Well, you're just a wimpy little bard. You only rolled d6s. I don't even know where to go with this subject. I apologize profusely. If you guys have anything you want to say about the
Dwarven testicles are known for their natural recovery rate, as it is part of their mating ritual for the woman to actually refuse by kicking the male in the groin until she actually succumbs to his charm.
Yeah,
And thus they've developed.
As part of the dwarven courtship process, it is not uncommon to receive multiple firm kicks from dwarven females to the groinal regions, merely as a sign of and the males are selected due to their tenacity and ability to withstand such operations repeatedly until the female finally caves.
It is the test of stones.
Dwarven mating Rochambeau.
We're terrible people, guys.
I did not expect for my day to go here when we started this up. But I didn't expect for any of this to go.
I am sorry, but
no,
I couldn't
it is perfect.
myself.
It is absolutely perfect.
oh man, this stone is a thing that I will keep.
Oh
God. Oh God.
Better than the time where tacos ended up a mystical magical thing in one of my games.
The mystical magical thing?
So,
This is a family-friendly program. We will not have discussions about magical.
No.
Oh, right.
Mouse, do you want to roll me a 2d6 plus whatever attribute you think is appropriate for cooking your stew?
What attribute is most relevant to cooking?
I don't know.
Wisdom?
Yeah, I want to say wisdom or intelligence, but
I would say it would work more on how are you trying to cook the stew. You know.
So
like,
here's another question: do you people want to aid or interfere with cooking of this stew? And how will you do so?
Morgan's gonna make sure there's none of those terrorist mushrooms in there, just
Sure.
in case the halfling or whatever he is, accidentally picked one up. His
Sure.
wanton tenacity.
Sure, you may go ahead and roll your bond, and we'll see how awesome we can make this stew through the power of friendship.
What's the rule for that?
Just 2d6 plus your bonds.
Oh.
Okay, so that will get you a +1 on your to be decided cooking roll.
Lovely.
So you got like a bunch of tubers and herbs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So like if you have to like grind that stuff up, I can just like put it in the hand and be like squish, squish.
There you go.
I'm totally helping.
Perfect.
Roll your aid or interfere. Unfortunately, Morgan, you still get the modifier, but you also exposed yourself to a danger. So what is something that does not agree with your digestive system that you did not notice that was put into the stew?
The mushrooms. What are the mushrooms?
Oh yeah. You know what? In fact, it's his allergy to mushrooms that make him so vehement about mushrooms.
So it's just a different kind of mushroom that has ended up in there.
Just any kind of mushroom will have
Excellent.
just at least a mild reaction, like hives or something.
So Ajax has crushinated the veggies between their mighty mitts.
Make them into goo. Here, goo for stew.
It rhymes, therefore it's good.
Yes.
With all the assistants, William is not going to assist.
Could I spice it that I am nimbly adding exactly the right amounts of whatever ingredients I choose to put in for maximum flavor and try to get away with using Dex for this?
Sure.
Sweet.
And then +2 more for your...
I am debating whether or not Bongo, when he's in his intoxicated state, vomits a little bit into the kettle/pot or not.
If you do, you will suddenly learn how birds feel.
I will assist with that.
Go ahead and roll, and we'll see whether or not somebody catches you in the act.
What would I be rolling for that?
Well, we're doing this as an aid or interfere. So, if you succeed, nobody will notice. If you fail, it will be an interfere dice.
Lovely. So
Unless
I
you're
do
just
have a
trying to
bond.
interfere.
Well, I doubt I can justify it being a aid by adding more flavor to said.
Yeah, all that
Stews.
wine.
All the honey from the mead. Yeah, no, this would totally be a interfere.
Okay.
Well, they still lose a -2.
They still
but
get-
yeah.
-2 to their roll. But you expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost. Mouse, he is just puked up a little bit into your stew. What retribution, danger, or cost would you like to expose him to?
He's got to try the first bowl.
Ooh. All right.
I'll make sure that his particular bowl is particularly interesting.
And then if nobody else has anything they want to do with the stew, we can go ahead and roll it just a flat plus your dexterity.
Yay.
I'm going to contribute something specifically for that first bowl.
Okay.
Let's see how
I'd
this.
like to do something bardy and magical to the bowl. If
Excellent.
I can. Use my
R-
bardic magic.
You're more so doing it to Bungo and his testing than the thing. So let's see how the stew turns out as a whole. Yeah, it's not bad. Would have been better if somebody didn't puke in it.
It's true.
It's literally true. And then let's have you produce a magical effect on Bungo as he goes to eat this. So, what did you try to do to his stew?
I was going to make him puke even more.
Okay,
Make
well,
it entirely puke. Pull all the puke out of the stew into his bowl.
oh, well, good news. You got it out of the stew into somebody's bowl. Sadly, as you mark experience when you taste your portion of stew, at least your first bowl, will taste a bit vinegary and acidic.
I'm no longer hungry.
But you got XPs out of it. And that, guys, due to the encroaching on 4 o'clock, and I know that somebody has somewhere to be at 5 o'clock probably, we're going to move into the end of session stuff, which is pretty easy, and this is where most of you guys are going to get XPs. So starting with an individual question of, do you feel like you fulfilled your alignment?
I don't think I could have, because everyone was already insane.
Angwa did. He was searching for a worthy foe, shouting it to 5 people.
I don't think any of those people count as worthy foes. They were
Yeah, but
warriors.
I was
Did he
searching
lift
for
up a
somebody.
tree?
It's one of those things where if you feel like you deserve it, you may go ahead and mark that XP. I get to choose. I don't really weigh in to like, nope or yup.
Yeah, it's just trial by combat, and I saw combat and I trialed it and it failed. So, yeah.
William, I believe you said you didn't feel like you.
There was no chaos for me to cause that was not caused by someone else being even more chaotic.
I don't know. Do you guys feel like that is true?
I believe the contributions you made towards contributing in the general chaos would probably not be counted as failing to make more chaos, you know? Like, if you have to be the top of the pile for who's making the most amount of it, I don't know about that one, but, like, I cannot deny for a second you definitely contributed towards the overall chaoticness.
I did not spur others to significant and unplanned. There was chaotic, significant and unplanned decisions, but I was not at the heart of the we should do this.
That's fine. It is once again all on you.
Well, I could justify that you being thrown inspired me into bloodying.
That was me who got thrown.
That was
Oh, sorry. I'm confusing people here. My bad.
I was
Again.
the one who did in the pot.
If you do not feel as though you have earned it, you are free to not mark it. Ajax, do you feel like you have?
I do not believe that I defeated a worthy foe today.
Foe?
I do believe I did some cool stuff, but I do not believe I encountered a worthy foe this day.
Perhaps another day.
Yes.
Morgan, do you believe that you have accomplished your alignment?
I didn't really solve any magical mysteries. I mean, there's the bit with the wizard at the beginning, but I just sort of read that out of a book we stole. So
Yeah.
somebody had already discovered it.
Was it news to you? Was
No,
this a wizard mailing list news to you? Hmm.
It's, nah.
It is
was
up to
just
you as
sort
to
of
whether or
like-
not you feel it's there. I am just.
It wasn't important enough. It was just he became living after dead, and then he was really dead. There's no real contribution there.
Sure. Mouse.
Mine is avoid detection or infiltrate a location. We did not infiltrate a location, but I did stick my head in the ground, and everyone seemed to forget about me for a little while there. So I'm willing to take it.
Excellent. Go right ahead. Bungo.
My line is neutral, and I was meant to teach someone the ways of my people, and I don't feel like I managed to do so. So,
Ripping up a tree and having jolly cooperation while doing so. You don't feel like that.
And getting absolutely plastered.
I feel like that's absolutely the ways of your people.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say I taught it to anyone. It's just you experienced me.
You lived vicariously through you.
But
Yeah.
the best way to teach
Teach
is
is
to
by example.
experience it.
Exactly.
There you go. Teach by example.
Yeah, but I've not taught anyone unless they were willing to learn. So
A wizard is always willing to learn.
Again, it is up to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you yes or no.
I am
Mal-
going to say no on this one. Although, if said wizard desires to have some jolly cooperation and rip up trees with me, I would be down for that session. But thus, that is not now.
Thus,
The
that
wizard
is-
will try to divine a spell best suited for ripping up trees.
The next one, we'll skip to the 3 questions, which I kind of forget. This is for basically everybody. Did we learn something new or interesting about the world?
Yes,
What are these
we are
things?
not the good guys.
Don't
We're the
fight force
not the
people.
heroes in this one.
I learned that human bones bear a remarkable resemblance to white stone when built into a tower.
That is probably also true.
Sometimes a sinister warning can really just be somebody that's really pissed off at you for killing them.
We also learned that forest people use biological warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least according to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the best tool for firefighting is still muscles.
It's also true. So you guys may all go ahead and mark an XP for that as I shift through the book to try and find the other 2 questions I kind of forget about. Gwyn or Dennis, you don't remember them, do you?
Sorry, what?
The end of session questions.
Not by head, and I wasn't able to find my PDF on my computer either, so that's why I'm using the play sheets.
Got ya. As there's just endless clicking on my computer that people will hear later. So let's skip that for the moment. If you guys feel like your bonds have changed with one another, describe how. If both players agree, you may mark experience.
I now worry about Mouse the Thief's ability to continue existing in the world of dungeons. I worry about the ability of Mouse to survive in the dungeon. Very much.
I think Mouse displayed a great deal of acrobatic courage, which is trademark, and you can't use that.
Mouse, do you
I
feel
would
like your your bond there has changed?
I don't know if it's changed. I mean, was that the con bond, or which one was that?
That was the one between Ajax and you.
Oh, well, I think I did a fantastic job murdering that guy, and that I have displayed my heroism by defeating the woods people. I still think that you wanted to make me stronger, so I feel like that should still be going on, and that we should be strong together.
I can buy that one. Like that's the whole thing. Is just like I was gonna make you tough because I heard you were a great warrior. Now I'm more like okay.
But you did throw me, and I did kill a guy, so I think you're doing your job.
Fair enough. I'll buy that too.
I feel that the entire party, perhaps with the exception of myself and maybe Mouse, is completely insane.
Is that a new bond that you want to establish
Yeah.
between yourself and the characters? You question
Everyone-
the sanity of. Just go right down the list.
Yes, everyone sans maybe Mouse is insane.
Sure, you may go ahead and establish that bond. Sadly, you do not get XPs for establishing bonds, only when they change. But hey, if this happens again and you run into these characters again, who knows? Maybe you will have the opportunity to test their sanity again. I mean, I can only imagine it gets tested on the regular. Does anybody else have any bonds they feel no longer describe their relationship with another character?
Morgans are all pretty much the same. Angler still needs to learn about magic, and Ajax hasn't shown his true potential yet.
I would like to say there is one bond I would like to change.
Sure.
I would like to change the adventures of Bongo to the misadventures of Bongo. Because it's hard to write a good adventure ballad where and then Bongo did murder the innocent people.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue in the same way.
Hey, I also dissuaded a very deadly combat.
Mm-hmm.
After several deaths.
Yeah, that tree is not going to survive. I hate to tell you that.
Also, we may have accidentally killed a good wizard previously.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You say that like those are things.
Maybe when they said raise, they meant like he founded a couple of villages, not he burned them to the ground.
He raised the dead like he brought them back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
We pretty much just killed Wizard Jesus, didn't we?
Good news. I don't know.
To be
All right.
told in another tale.
So I have found the end of session stuff. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Depends. Do you consider harmless wizard folk or harmless force folk a major enemy?
It doesn't
I
matter if
consider
I
fire
do.
a major enemy.
Do you
Fire
consider
is a
ourselves?
massive enemy. I agree.
I defeated Amor. That should count for something.
I defeated you by punching you in the nuts.
Hey, I mean, to be fair here, considering the roles we had this session, it was kind of the enemy we needed to face.
With yourselves.
Yeah. We were the true big bad.
I mean, we fought fires, we fought bioterrorists, we fought ourselves. I think those are pretty insurmountable obstacles.
You guys may go ahead and mark experience. Then the last question is, did we loot a memorable treasure?
A pot.
I mean,
Alphys had the power of
Did we steal a
Grayskull.
pot? We stole a pot and a barrel of mead, didn't we?
Yeah. Kinda.
If we mean memorable, we'll always remember how that dent got in that pot.
There you go.
Yeah, that is true.
So then
Yep.
you guys...
Get hieroglyphics for posterity.
And whenever I see that dent in the pot or any other pots I'll encounter on my journey, I'll think back on dwarven mating rituals and how they occur.
Sadly, so will I. So you guys may go ahead and mark experience.
Cool. I
God
think
damn
that-
it, it's 7 XP.
Did anybody
Level
actually
up.
level, given the amount of...
Yes.
Okay.
What is leveling?
7
9.
plus... Yeah, you need 9. So it's 7 plus your...
Oh, 7 plus. Okay.
I got
at
5. I did not roll terribly today.
I didn't fail a single roll during the entire session. I was so sad.
I have 7 HP.
Yeah.
I have 7 XP now.
Ding.
Yep. So you may select an additional
No, I'm
advanced
still
move.
missing 2, so.
No, somebody else dinged.
Oh.
It was me.
You may go ahead and select an additional move, and I kind of skipped over this just for brevity's sake earlier, but you do also get a +1 to an attribute when you level up. So if you guys want, you may keep these characters in case I ever decide to do this again. And those of you who didn't level can go ahead and add a +1 to an attribute, because you got that when you got to level 2. And since someone has dinged level 3, they may choose an additional advanced move and bump another stat by 1.
Wait, we're level 2?
Yeah, that's why everybody picked an advanced move.
Oh, I didn't take an advanced move. I was level 1 the whole time.
Whoops. Whatever.
Well,
is.
you just leveled up now.
Yay!
But yeah, no. You guys are more than welcome to keep these characters somewhere, and if I fire up another one of these and cave into peer pressure, to bring them back, it's obviously something that is very sporadic.
Yep.
But
And I will push every moment, every time I have, I will push for it.
well, you should push towards running a game. I gave you guys the book link. It is great. It will kind of, even if like you don't intend to run it, you should at least read the GM section. It will open your eyes as to other ways to run games. Shang, have we begun the healing process of you in fantasy?
I guess.
You guess.
Yes. I mean, I don't really know what you're quite asking for. Like,
Well, it seems as though you mentioned you had horrible experiences in the past with it, and I'm just hoping that a dwarven mating rituals, dents in pots, and forest people have begun to heal that wound of bad experiences.
fair enough. I will give you many points for trying. Like I came to grips with this trick a while ago. Like I was saying, we started using his own evil crap against him, and then we weren't allowed to play anymore.
Like I said, when you said that, I go, suddenly it makes sense why he was in that guy's story time.
Yeah, no, I have a
It's
bunch of that
that
guy's
guy.
stories. I have a bunch of them.
That's
Wait, you've been part of the that guy story times?
Not those particular ones of TG fame, but I have plenty of my own stories about that guy. Yes.
yeah, he is not Trout, unfortunately.
No.
I mean, he's like Trout, but he's not.
As long as we can aspire to be better than Trout, I think we'll be fine.
That's
no
usually
idea.
the plan.
No idea who that is, and it's probably better that way.
No,
Yeah.
You don't know what the that guy story guy or that guy Shadowrun Storytime stuff?
No, I haven't really paid attention to that guy's stuff because it's usually like, yep, one dude's being an asshole.
Oh no! This
This isn't being an asshole. This is someone who clearly has no clue what they're doing in Shadowrun, doing Shadowrun things.
And
Gotcha.
before you even get too far into it, too, this is a 21 and a half installment story. The first two chapters are a pretty universal tabletop story about a group of guys trying to play a game, and the one guy just doesn't understand what they're doing and isn't playing the same game. But from there, as Shadowrun fans, even though 4th edition gets a lot of justifiable shit, this is a really, really good story of enjoyable Shadowrun shenaniganry. And
Once he
you
drops,
really should read it, Rob. It's good for you.
It gets a lot more interesting actually once Trout's gone, because he is kind of that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And go ahead, sorry.
Throw you the link of it.
I'm happy because I was looking for this link because I lost it and I wanted to keep reading.
Yeah, it's the first two installments are pretty harsh because that is us dealing with what is basically the session from hell with that guy. But when we end the whole thing of what happens to him, he gets a little bit better in the next story, but then we are legitimately telling a story about shit going on in Shadowrun. It's really good.
It's pretty solid. I'll say that.
I do reserve rights to utilize the Karmatic Exchange. I think that is a genius goddamned idea.
But
Dramatic exchange? Sorry?
It's amazing the stupid things people will do for free stuff. So when you need to locate somebody, you hack their comlink and send them a message that they're from the Karmatic Exchange, and that if they go like up and down on the elevator 2 or 3 times in a circle, you'll be able to, you win free movie tickets or something stupid like this is actually how they use it in there. And, you can imagine how potentially useful something like this can be.
here's the description for Joe Sekigahara, whose street name was Deadman, and later he only became known as Trout.
So
He's a
we are
Japanese
we're getting
who is
savagely off topic, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the recording. Thank
Fair
you guys for coming out. I hope that we all had a good time and maybe learned something about ourselves. And unfortunately, dwarven mating rituals.
Yeah.
My
Unfortunate.
stones, my stones, my stones.
It is
I'm
a
sorry.
great. It is a great story. I also suggest it.